There are more people than ever in Georgia. More citizens, more businesses, more agricultural production, more jobs. More of just about everything. And just about everything relies on one limited resource: water. Today, we'll be speaking with council chairs representing 3 of Georgia's 11 water planning regions.
If you look at what's important to the nation, water resources is right there at the top. And this was a step to try to preserve those as best we could.
Georgia's state government realized that our future relies on sustainable management and protection of limited water supplies. So in 2004, the legislature mandated creation of a comprehensive, long-term state water plan, which was adopted in 2008. Georgia's communities have different needs. A plan aimed to serve the water demands of a metropolis like Atlanta may not work as well for a smaller town like Portal. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, and that's why the broader plan uses 11 separate planning regions, each with their own council under local leadership. This allows for flexibility in growth and development needs while still providing statewide policies. Benji Thompson is the Coastal Georgia Council Chair.
There are a lot of states that don't have water plans. The states that do have water plans, many of them have centralized plans that come from a state body that tells everybody what they are going to do. In Georgia, we decided to do it in a regional way, and we think that's a much better way to get this done, more efficient. The users at the local level, the ones that actually have to live with water decisions, have some involvement in the process. The people who live close to the issues that are on the ground get to have input, direct input into what the decisions are that are going to be made. So I think that was probably the most important thing we did, and it happened very early in the process.
Elmo Richardson is the longtime chair of the Middle Okmulgee Council.
The planning councils have developed regional plans that help deal with these issues of providing better quality water, drinking water, and also dealing with the wastewater side of it that would affect other communities as well. We've come a long ways throughout Georgia in the planning process.
Ron Cross's region, the Savannah-Upper Ogeechee, includes parts of the Savannah, Oconee, Ogeechee, and Tennessee River basins.
Each area's got its own little bit of natural resources that we're happy with. We don't have an ocean like Savannah does to work with, or we don't have the mountains like Raven County and those, but we got a great water source.
From the outset, the plans were focused on improving water quality, protecting water resources, and balancing long-range sustainability with ecological, economic, and everyday human needs. The councils are cooperating with one another, working together to plan for the state's future water needs.
The most exciting part for me is the ability for the regional water councils to work in partnership, as opposed to in the past we've kind of worked as a separate region. And that's helped us focus on regional issues. You know, we've probably got as diverse a set of water users in our region, more so I think than any other region in the state, because we have industry users, we've got large municipalities, we've got environmental issues that other regions don't have. A lot of our decisions are impacted by the councils around us or the regions around us. So it's more important for us to get in touch with our neighbors and work together to help look at and try to resolve some of these problems.
The biggest cooperation, as I just talked to earlier, was how do we work with the Coastal Council in the Savannah-Upper Ogeechee to make sure the water quality stays, the water quality we get as it comes through the dam at Clark's Hill stays as high quality as possible by the time it gets to the ocean.
Fortunately, in the Middle Okmulgee Council, we have very few issues to deal with. We're very fortunate. We have great water resources. We don't have the impaired streams that some of the other basins have, and we've been very fortunate.
And there are strong successes.
When I first started out in my business of engineering of water systems, we identified things in parts per million. Now we're identifying things in parts per billion.
Individuals and companies who both use and discharge water can all get involved.
Part of our discussion here today has been how do we advance to get more stakeholders involved, and the stakeholders being the people that's actually working in water withdrawal and water discharge back into the basin, and to form a technical committee that incorporates those kind of people. And then as they get more involved, they get their employees more involved, and then the general public becomes more involved.
The easiest way to get more involved is to contact the people that are in your communities who are involved in the planning. So there's somebody in every county on the council, and that person is typically pretty well known in the community because they're either in a public service position or they're heavily involved in things that are important to that community. So we've had a chance to bring farmers from several councils together and talk about how our decisions impact what they're planning to do on the farm when they use water to grow crops or for whatever their reasons are agriculturally, and making decisions based on input from the people in that community. So we've had some successes. We hope to have a lot more.
There are still some challenges the councils face.
But I think the challenge is more than anything is, like it's always been, is public awareness of how important what we have it is to be preserved, and people to clean up around themselves, particularly those that use the lakes and the river. Just more of the consciousness of the resource.
I think the early things the council went through to try to figure out how to manage water were very powerful. Since then, we've tried to get the conversations and the water management planning objectives in front of the users in the region. That's been a little bit more difficult. Sometimes it's hard to get people's attention if there's not a crisis, and we haven't really been in crisis mode.
You know, there's a saying that all politics is local. So it doesn't matter much if something's going on somewhere else when it comes down to your city, and it takes so much effort in times of ample rainfall. It's very, you got a full tank of gas, you don't worry about giving out. You get down below a quarter tank and you start thinking about it. So it's the same way with resources. You got to make sure that they're there for the long term.
Georgia's regional water planning councils are making sure the state's most precious natural resource will be available for generations to come.
We do have a good water plan for the region, and I'm proud that the basin is thriving, and the fact that we consider much more than we ever did the downstream water quality.
I'm proud, and I think a lot of the people that work on this council have some pride in knowing that we're working on issues related to something that's so important to all of us, to our kids, to the people, to our neighbors. It's just, I'm happy to have been involved in this. I think it's an important issue, and I'll look back one day and say I'm really glad I was involved in that, because that was really important.
If you'd like to get involved or just learn more about Georgia's water plan, visit waterplanning.georgia.gov.